Hey, welcome back to Becoming Holistically Whole. Today we're going to talk about a topic that has been on a lot of people's radars lately, and that's anxiety. Have you ever had the times when you feel like your heart is racing out of your chest, your head is spinning, your stomach might be doing somersaults, maybe feeling worried or panicked in some way? I think it happens to all of us, and sometimes, there's the good reason for it, and sometimes it just feels like it comes out of nowhere. Today, I'm going to talk about 9 steps for you to take to help you overcome anxiety. Let's go ahead and start with them. Step number 1 is to acknowledge the anxiety. A lot of times when people are feeling anxiety, they kind of want to run from it. It's like a negative emotion, so people are like, oh no, anxiety, and they get scared of it. But taking the time to acknowledge the anxiety. Okay, I'm having anxiety. What is this about? Maybe just taking a moment to stop and try to process through, like, what is happening for me? Is there a reason that I feel anxious right now? And then, go ahead and move forward from there. But just taking the time to acknowledge it. Anxiety doesn't always have to be a bad thing. Anxiety can be there for us to alert us to some type of danger or the need to change something. So, step number 1, um, acknowledging that the anxiety is there. Step number 2, breathing and grounding yourself. So, a lot of times I teach clients to do what we call box breathing. So, it's 4, 4, 4. Okay, so you inhale to a count of 4, you hold for a count of 4, you exhale to a count of 4. And when you're doing this, you're inhaling. And obviously, I can't inhale and talk at the same time to you all. But if I was inhaling and counting in my mind, the count of 4 would be like 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I would just hold my breath for 4 seconds the same way and exhale to 4. That counting goes ahead, and what it does is it shifts your brain from focusing on all the things that might be negative right now, all those negative feelings that you're having from the anxiety. It gives it something else to focus on. You can also do something called using your 5 senses. Okay, so it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your 5 senses. Name 5 things that you can see, 4 things that you could touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, 1 thing you can taste. You can put a spin on that too. I tell people, name 5 things, look around you, name 5 things that are blue, 4 things that are red, 3 things that are green, 2 things that are black, and 1 thing that is purple. Okay? However you want to do it. Again, we're just using this to shift the focus in our brain so that we've got something else to focus on. Okay? So that's step number 2. Step number 3, validate your emotions. So not only accepting that the anxiety is there and you're feeling it, just validate it. Okay, it's anxiety. Say to yourself, I'm human. There's a reason why I'm having this, or there might not be. But just validate it. Don't try to push it away or run from it. Step number 4, challenge those thoughts. So, dealing with a lot of what we call cognitive behavioral therapy. So how you think affects how you feel, which affects how you behave, right? So if the thought is, oh, I'm so worried, what if I fail that test tomorrow? Okay, well, why don't we reframe it to, I'm doing all I can to study, I'm preparing myself for the test tomorrow, I'm going to do my very best, right? So stop the thought that's trying to come in to say, what if I fail the test, to taking action, taking power. I am studying. I am doing my best. I am doing things that I can control in the situation. Okay? Step number 5, take 1 small action that you can do. When anxiety comes in, it kind of just halts everything. So if you take a small action, so let's use an example. You're looking around your house and you don't know what to do. There's so many things that have to be done, right? Where do I start? You could feel overwhelmed. Okay, well, start with the dishes. Maybe that's the one thing you do. I can load the dishwasher. So as soon as you tell your mind, okay, this is what I'm doing, and you take action, it starts that cycle to show you, okay, I've done this, and now it's easier to go to the next step. So, again, if you're struggling at home and you're looking around and you don't know what to do, throw a little laundry in, start some dishes, load the dishwasher. Okay, so take action. Step number 6, speak to yourself with kindness. I know sometimes when people struggle with anxiety, they have a tendency to be like, "Oh, why am I so much different than everybody else? Uh, why do I have to deal with this anxiety? It's so stupid." Being nice to yourself. I'm doing the best that I can do right now. Anxiety doesn't always have to be a bad thing. Lots of people struggle with anxiety. Okay, so being kinder to you. Because when you get in that cycle of that negative speaking, it just starts you down a spiral that, you don't want to go down. So being kind to you. Step number 7, use some healthy coping tools. Okay. We talked about using the 5 senses earlier. What about journaling? Journaling could be good. You could journal out your feelings, your worries, your solutions to whatever the problem may be. Um, Taking a step out in nature, getting out in nature always helps. What about maybe exercising? Sometimes it's good to burn off that energy that you feel from the anxiety. So maybe going for a walk, a walk out in nature, and just, again, using those cognitive behavioral techniques to stop any trains of thought that you might be having that goes back to the anxiety. Okay. Step number 8, reflect afterward. Look at what helped you feel better. So I've given you a couple examples of things that you can use. So reflecting back, what helped me this time? So was it the fact that I took action? Was it the journaling? Was it using the 5 senses? What helped me? And kind of make a list for yourself so that you have it available for yourself next time. So that this way, when you're anxious, you can go readily to that list and be like, okay, I know that this helped me last time. Or as you're progressing through and you try something new and you know that it works, add that to your list of things to have in your toolbox. And number 9, know when to get support. If you're trying things on your own and the anxiety still seems like it's out of control, call a counselor, get an appointment set, talk to someone who can help you. Maybe there's some underlying things that have happened to you in the past that has led to some of this anxiety that you're experiencing. But if you need to, call someone, get some help. It's okay to reach out and receive help from others. So I hope today that if you're struggling with anxiety, that you can take a look at these 9 helpful tips and see which works best for you and apply them to your life. Okay, I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Please take care of you. I'll see you next.